let me jump to Ark Nova, because this has a good chance of actually becoming dangerous for some of my all-time favorite games, I gotta tell you. Solo and multiplayer in both lists. This one could be one of my all-time favorites ever. Hey everyone, this is Eggers, and today I'm back with talking about my about the games that I have played last month. This time for April 2026. Quite a lot of games. You can only see like the first two rows, but there's only also a few down here. So I don't know, like about 30 games that I played last month, which is quite decent. And yeah, I would just say like how I enjoy them currently. So a few disclaimers. First of all, this is just my opinion. If you have a different one, that's great. Let me know in the comments, and then we can talk about that. I'm always interested to see like how you see things and which games you enjoy playing. Also, this is just a snapshot. It's possible that I will rate a game differently next month, just because like always depends like on who I played with, how often I played, what my experiences are, etc., etc. And also, usually I don't have like this standard bell curve here, because I mainly play games that I enjoy, right? So I'm bound to have like mostly like concentrated games up here, but not always. So let's just see how it is today. All right, then as usual, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. Okay, let's get started. Zombicide White Death. I've played quite a few Zombicide versions by now, and they all play very similarly, I gotta say. But this one actually worked quite well. I liked this, so I would think I will give this an A. Zombicide is always like a decent time. And White Death is like one of the newest outings. I think the newest one even. There is one on GameFound right now, like something, I'm not quite sure what it's called, but with a pirate theme. But I think this one was like the latest before that, and yeah, it's good. I like it. Then Valley of the Kings. I think I will trigger a few people here, because I think this is a game a lot of people like. I found it was okay. I like the general idea of you having to like think about, okay, do I leave the cards on my deck and work with them for like a part of the game, or do I put them like in my grave, I think it's called, to have like the scoring for later. And there were like a few turns that were really cool, where I could like combine a lot of like cool card effects. But apart from that, mostly it boiled down to, okay, I'm gonna buy 1 or 2 cards. Next round, I'm gonna buy 1 or 2 cards again. I'm gonna put them on my grave. I'm gonna buy 1 or 2 cards. I'm gonna put something in my grave. So somehow I didn't like really escape that cycle. So I don't know. I think it's a game that works. I will give it a B. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the gameplay. But maybe I was just an unlucky game. Then we have Unmatched. Unmatched definitely is an S rank game for me. I'm not great at it, but I really enjoy playing it. So yeah, definitely S rank. Very good duel game. I also have like Tales to Amaze, one of the first entries into the series that you can play co-op and solo, but I still need to get that to the table. Then we have Unfair. I still don't know how I like this one. I like it more than Valley of the Kings. I've given an A for now. It's a nice tableau builder. It can be a little bit mean if you play versus other people, but I only played the solo mode, and that one worked well. It was kind of hard to get into the rules, because I didn't find the rulebook that great. And also, like in solo mode, there were a few questions that I still couldn't answer, right? So I had a pretty rough first play, but I really liked what I saw there. So I will give it an A for now. This could like very well also go up to an S or go down to a B, like whenever I play it again and like get more into it. Top 10 is one of my most favorite party games. I will give this an S. I think this is a very, very good time. It's a very creative and fun time to, or like a very fun way to spend some time with friends. Great, up to 8 or 9. I think up to 9 players. I'm not quite sure. Very, very good party game. Then we have Tamashii, Chronicle of Ascent. This one is between S and A for me, but I will give it an A for now. I really enjoy it. I like that you have a campaign, so to speak, but essentially you're just playing single scenarios. You just, like the first and the last scenario, need to be like specific ones. Between that, you can like play whatever you want, right? So it's pretty much like a one-shot game, and I really enjoy that. I like the puzzle aspect a lot. There could be more cooperation in the game, but apart from that, I really like it. I'm currently backing the new version without any extra stuff, just the base game with the miniatures, because they are actually very nice. In this game, I enjoy the miniatures quite a bit. And I might also keep this version here just so that I have a little bit more variety, but I really like this game. Then we have Rhone Invasion. I'm a little bit conflicted here. I will put this in B for now. I really like the way that you actually screw on the different colors on the sides of your dice. Like there is like actually a screwdriver in the game, which is like really funny. So this is like a really innovative mechanism. But my first play was fine, but like I didn't really fall in love with it, right? So I'm not quite sure yet. I will have to give this 1 or 2 more plays to decide like how this will like actually rank in my collection and whether it will stay or not. Reforest, clear S rank. I really like this one. Like one of my most favorite solo games, but also I finally played it at a 2-player count, which also works very well, but it's like really thinky, so I think it's better suited as a solo game, but it works well multiplayer as well. One small thing, I'm not sure how to like center my the images differently, sometimes you don't see the title of the game, but this is like one of the first times that I'm using this tool, and I have no idea how to change that. I might have to check that out for next time. Alright, next up we have Postcards. I played this on Board Game Arena, right? And I only played it once, so just a few small disclaimers. But this one, I don't know, I didn't find it too fun. It works for what it does, but I found it pretty uninspired. And I think I found it worse than these 2 games. So I would give this a C. I don't know, just wasn't the most fun game. Then I played Point Galaxy. This is a very solid set collection game. I still enjoy Point Salad more. It's just a little bit more elegant, but it's a very colorful and very cool set collection game. But I will give this a B. Then we have Burn My Village. I also played this on Board Game Arena, and I also found it fine. So I will also give it a C. It's like you like play cards to put like specific symbols, so to speak, more to the right, like make them stronger, and at the end you like score points for them. So it's alright, but it doesn't like really reinvent the wheel. It doesn't really do anything like really new and innovative. So yeah, also like a C. Pauper's Ladder. This is like a game I'm a little bit conflicted on. I really like the art style, I like the world, and I like the general game, but I still find it a little bit too random. But I think it's just because I haven't explored the game correctly yet. I will give it an A. I'm still hoping that I will like really crack this game. It will like get up to an S for me. If you have any tips how I can like figure out the game a little better, let me know. But sometimes I'm in a situation where I'm just like top decking, and I'm just unlucky with what I draw, and I'm not able to like fulfill like the quests at all, right? Or like do anything to win solo. So I don't know, but maybe it's just me. Mistborn, I'm also conflicted here. I will give this an A for now. I think Mistborn really innovates on the dual deck building formula. So like Star Realms, Shards of Infinity, what all of these games are doing, with like a few very interesting ideas. I only played it solo and only played it once so far. But I do think that you're like kind of like railroaded into a specific way of playing, because you can't damage the automa, like the AI, because they like keep healing up all the time. So you first like need to do the missions, and then you need to attack the boss. So you don't really have like a whole lot of freedom, I think. But I haven't really explored it yet, so I still need to like give this a few more players. Also, I bought the trilogy of Mistborn for the books because I'm really interested in discovering that, because I'm intrigued by the idea and the world. Then we have the Massiveverse. This is essentially a rock, paper, scissors mechanism with a few abilities, and also like a superhero theme. And oh man, I really don't like to talk like bad about games, but I did not like this at all. This didn't hit for me at all. This is also like a game I really never need to play again. If you really want to play it, I might be up for a game, but this wasn't my jam. But what was my jam is Luthier. This is amazing. I only played one game of this so far, one solo game, and with setting up the game for the first time, learning the rules, playing through the game completely, and like tearing it down again, I needed about 4 hours. That was because, well, learning the game does take a lot of time, because there's like loads of stuff to like internalize, to understand. And then, of course, you also need to learn the solo mode as well, which also has like more stuff that you need to learn on top. I think you can play this in 1.5 to 2 hours easily for 2 or 3 players, I think. But it is like very large, there's a lot of rules, but as soon as you know the rules, it's very elegant. And it's a really good worker placement game with a bidding mechanism. Really good. And I don't even like bidding. But Luthier nails that. Maybe How to Save a World. I'm a little conflicted, A or B. Actually, I liked it quite a bit. I only played it solo so far, but I really enjoyed that. So essentially, you're trying to like get like majorities for 1 or 3 projects, and like whichever project wins in the end, you like get like most points for that, right? So very interesting. Also, the theme is very cool. I got the deluxe edition because I thought, you know what, it was there for a good price, and I thought, you know what, let's try it, because Burnt Island Games have not disappointed me with Endeavor Deep Sea before, which is an amazing game. So yeah, I tried that and I liked it. I just don't know like where it will like rank at the end, like after I've played enough games here. Gallows Grip, easily S rank. You keep hearing me talk about this. It's one of the best solo games. It's the best solo travel game in my opinion. Really good. Currently only as a print and play, but it will be released at some point officially, I hope. Feed the Kraken. I'm not huge on social deduction games. Also, I'm quite bad at them, but Feed the Kraken I enjoy. This is a really good one. If I had more friends that liked playing these games, I would also purchase that one, because that one is a really, really good one. It's probably one of the best social deduction games out there. The Game of Ecos. This is also a game. I will give this an S rank. I don't own the game because I have a friend that always like brings the game whenever I ask him. Like whenever he visits me, he brings the game because he knows I love it, and it's great at every player count. I absolutely enjoy this game. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a solo mode. If it had a solo mode, I would also purchase it for myself. But actually, I'm kind of glad it doesn't, because that way my friend has a reason to always bring that to my place. Then we have Dragon Eclipse. I think this game is fine. I actually, I don't know, like you can like capture new mistlings, like new creatures to take into your team, and then you have like these pretty interesting card mechanisms for your battles. But somehow I feel like there is something missing. I know it's an Awaken Realms Light title, but I think Tamashii is as well. But somehow, for like the components you have, and for the setup you have, and for the rules you have to know, there just isn't enough behind that for me. So I really have to give this a B. I think the game is fine, but I didn't really enjoy it as much as I hoped to be honest. Then next up we have Don't Let It Die, a very interesting cooperative game, and I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty decent one. I think I'm not going to rank it an A for now. I rank it a B because I think this is a pretty decent one, actually. It works well. It can be a little bit luck-driven, I have the feeling, and like with the expansion, it's like pretty much like almost impossible to win. But it is a very fun cooperative game, or quite a fun cooperative game. We have like a little tech tree, and you like have specific actions you do each round. Each character has different abilities as well, and you're trying to like get to the end of the tech tree without dying, so to speak. The fire needs to be kept alive, so you need to always collect enough wood. You need to collect enough food to heal yourself. You need to collect all this stuff. You can craft weapons. So it's actually quite a pretty good game, but I will give it a B for now. Discordia. This is a game that a lot of people really like, and I also like the general idea of you having workers that you need to lose. But I gotta say, like, I've played it twice, I think, and somehow I didn't really fall in love with it. I think it's pretty decent for what it does, but I will give it a B for now because, yeah, it just like doesn't really fill me with joy when I play it. Then we have Daydream, a very simple roll and write, but like the way it is presented in a small box, like with this cozy theme. It's like very, very relaxing. Yeah, I think this is like one of the better roll and writes, although it's really simple. But it is an A. I really like this one. Q-Quest, a pretty funny dexterity game where you flick dice across a neoprene mat and trying to like flick off the king of the other kingdom. Very fun, very silly. Give it a B or C. I don't know. I haven't really played it a whole lot yet, but I liked it more than these two, so I will give it a B for now. Casa Burnley, I got the wrong cover here because I have the special edition by now, but yeah, clear S rank, one of my most favorite games of all time. Speaking of my most favorite games of all time, let me jump to Ark Nova, because this game I've totally fallen in love with. I played this like a year ago or two. For the first time, I thought like, yeah, this is good. And then I played it again and again, and I thought like, you know, slowly I'm starting to understand what this is, because this is not a game where you place like animals in your zoo mainly, right? This is like a game where you try to like fulfill specific projects, and for that you need the animals. So you need to understand the angle of the game first, and then this game opens up greatly. This is like clear S rank. This has a good chance of actually becoming dangerous for some of my all-time favorite games, I gotta tell you. solo and multiplayer in both lists. This one could be one of my all-time favorites ever. Wow, this is a good one. Then we have Cacao. This is a very neat tile placement game. It's almost a classic. And it works really well. I just played it with another friend just recently, and he also enjoyed it. I think it's a very decent game, but I don't know if I can give it an A at the moment. A or B? I think I will give it a B, but it's a very good B, right? So I'm not like sorting those like within the tiers here, right? But if I did, this would probably be like at the very top, like the best B game here probably. Burger Bros 3. I only had like one test play of that, and I enjoyed my time with it. I found it very hard. I still need to discover it a little bit more. Burger Bros in general, I would give it an A. This one here, I'm not quite sure it. I really love how the tiles are double-sided. You like flip them over depending on the situation. That is really clever. I'm not quite sure whether or not I like the hacking mechanism yet. So it's between A and B. I will give it a B for now, but I might push it up to an A if I play it again. Then I played Brilliant. I don't know if that exists abroad yet. I played it here in Germany, right? And I thought it was a fine roll and write. It kind of does like what Daydream is doing. Just more thinky, less cozy, and not as fun somehow. I don't know. I would give it a C. It was fine. Villages. I'm kind of torn between S and A. I really, really like this game. But I don't know, I will give it an S. I think it's not one of the very best, but it's a very good game. I will give it an A. Very cool drafting and tableau building game. I really enjoyed that. Make Bunny. I have recorded my first playthrough of the very first scenario for you. I will publish that hopefully quite soon. And this one I really enjoy. This is good. This is really good. SA, I'm not sure. It's like cool because it has like this card crafting mechanism where you put like clear cards into your sleeve to like make your cards better, and you have that for the have these cards for the entire scenario then, which always consists of 3 for the entire campaign. I mean, or run, how they're called in the game, which consists of 3 scenarios. So I really like this one, but I wouldn't count it as one of the all-time greats. Let me give it an A. Grim Common. I'm a little bit divided as well. It's either an S or A. I've only played it twice. The first time I won, barely, like really barely, and the second time I lost, and I still have to figure out like how much I like the game, because this had like a lot of setup, and it's a really long game. This is like what I call an event game. You play this game for at least, I don't know, you need to take like 3-4 hours of time to play through a campaign. But I will give it an A for now, but I really, really enjoyed that one. Demon Castle Mononoke. I don't really like to rate games that aren't published yet, but I really enjoyed what I played here. I will give this an A as well. I have a preview with like a demo playthrough on my channel if you want to check it out. It's just being funded on GameFund right now. Actually, when this video goes up, it's maybe already over, but it's probably going to be a late pledge or something. But this is a very cool cooperative game with like a Japanese theme with like all these yokai and Mononoke. Very, very good. Beast, a really good hidden movement game. Terrascape is an S for me, and Beast is between A and S at the moment. I think I will give it an A for now because I have to play it more often. But at the moment, I absolutely enjoy this. This will probably be like one of the top games here in the A tier, right? A for now, but this has like a lot of potential to go up to an S. Then we have Village Green. I played this solo a few times. I also brought you a video to the channel, and while I like what the game is doing, I think solo it does have a few issues. So I will give this a B for now. Yeah, you would have to play with house rules to like replenish like the card market, so to speak, where you can draw cards from the card offer. Otherwise, this you could just be top decking and just hoping to get the right cards. And for that kind of puzzle game, that doesn't make sense. Descent. I've been talking about Descent 3rd edition, I think, a lot. I think it's a very good dungeon crawler. I will give it an A. There are a lot of things it does really, really well, but there are also a few things that are not quite to my liking. But in general, it's a very good dungeon crawler. Boss Fighters QR. I would love to give this an S. But I haven't played through the entire campaign yet. I need to play it more often. But this has like potential to be like one of my most favorite games also. Because it's a very good family boss battler. But for now, I will give it an A, I think. Yeah. And then, last but not least, we have Tidal Blades 2. A really good like dungeon crawling and campaign game. At the moment, I haven't played through the entire campaign yet. But I liked it enough, I think, that I'm confident to give it an S for now. It might also like go down to an A again. but at the moment I really, really enjoy that. So yeah, there you go. This concludes like my ranking of all the games that I have played last month. Yeah, and now it's your turn. Let me know like which of these games you like and dislike. Maybe you disagree with me. Let me know. And maybe I will find a few good reasons to like games more than I do at the moment. And also let me know your best and worst games you played last month in April. Looking forward to your comments. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you for sticking to the very end. As usual, I would like to thank you all for your support. Especially I want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. The big thanks go to Thaganov for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, support me on Patreon, and join my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video or my Discord server. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.